Have you ever wondered how you could keep your vital survival gear hidden in plain sight? Welcome back to Prepping for Tomorrow. I'm Mike, and today we're diving into the art of stealthy survival, where the key to enduring isn't just what you have, but how well you can hide it. Picture this: the world as we know it has been turned upside down. Your survival gear is your lifeline, but it's also a beacon for those who would take it from you. In a world where every resource counts, the first rule of survival is to never let people know what you have, how much you have, and where you keep it. This is where the art of camouflaging comes in. It's not just about blending in with your surroundings, it's about making your survival gear disappear into the background of everyday life. It's about hiding your supplies in plain sight, in ways that would make even the most observant person overlook them. Why is this so important? Well, as we all know, people can be unpredictable, and in times of crisis, they can become desperate. They steal in the best of times, so imagine what they would do when the chips are down. From the rural countryside to the concrete jungle, from a spacious house to a compact apartment, each environment presents unique challenges and opportunities for camouflaging your gear, and that's what we're going to explore in this video. We'll delve into techniques for using natural elements to conceal outdoor caches, how to incorporate storage into existing structures, and creative solutions for limited space. We'll also cover how to blend your survival gear with urban decor or street elements and strategies for concealing gear in natural settings. But remember, it's not just about hiding your gear, it's also about balancing security with easy access. After all, what good is a well-hidden cache if you can't get to it when you need it the most? So buckle up and get ready for a deep dive into the world of stealthy survival. Remember, the best hiding places are often right under our noses. Where you live can greatly influence your camouflage strategies. Let's explore some techniques. For those of you in rural homes, the expansive landscape is your canvas. Natural elements like trees, rocks, and shrubs can be your best friends. They can help you conceal outdoor caches, making them virtually invisible to the untrained eye. And don't forget about your outbuildings. Sheds, barns, and even old farm equipment can be repurposed into secret storage spaces. Now, what if you live in a city home or apartment? Space might be limited, but creativity isn't. You can find clever storage solutions in the most unexpected places. Think about furniture with hidden compartments. Your bed frame, for instance, could double as a storage unit, and who would guess that your stylish coffee table hides a cache of survival gear? But let's not stop there. Let's think outside of the box, or rather inside of it. Your city home or apartment is filled with boxes, bins, and containers, all of which can serve as inconspicuous storage spaces. A box of cereal in your pantry could be hiding a stash of emergency rations. A book on your shelf could be a hollowed-out container for a mini first aid kit. And what about those living in high-rise buildings? You've got vertical space to play with. Consider false ceilings or underfloor storage, but remember, accessibility is key. You don't want to be fumbling around in a crisis trying to remember where you stashed your gear. Whether you're in a rural or urban environment, the key is to blend in. Your gear should become a part of the landscape, indistinguishable from its surroundings. It's not about making your gear invisible, it's about making it unnoticeable. With some creativity and planning, your gear can be hidden in plain sight, no matter where you live. Remember, in a world turned upside down, the best place to hide is often right under everyone's noses. So, keep your preps out of sight and you'll stay out of mind. And that, my friends, could make all the difference. Living in a trailer or mobile home presents unique challenges for hiding survival gear, but it's not impossible. In fact, the smaller space can actually work to your advantage if you get creative. Let's explore how. Firstly, consider the interior of your mobile home. Look for places that you wouldn't normally think to look, under the floorboards, behind the walls, inside the furniture. These spots can act as discreet storage for essential items. For instance, a false bottom in a drawer or a hidden compartment in a sofa could be the perfect place to stash some extra canned goods or a first aid kit. Now, for the exterior. How about camouflage wraps or coverings? These can be used to disguise larger items like generators or water tanks. They can blend into the environment, making them less visible and less likely to be targeted. Even in a small space, there are always corners and crevices that can become the perfect hiding spot. In the hustle and bustle of the city, your survival gear can blend in seamlessly with the urban landscape. It might seem counterintuitive, but the key is to disguise your preps in plain sight. Look around you, the city is filled with potential hiding places. Take a simple garbage bin, for example. To the untrained eye, it's just a nondescript part of the cityscape. But to a seasoned prepper, it could be a secret cache for food supplies or essential tools. Consider also your survival gear. Could it pass for everyday urban decor or street elements? A survival backpack, for instance, doesn't have to scream survivalist. It could just as well be a trendy rucksack blending in perfectly with the city's fashion-forward crowd. And remember, your best defense is obscurity. The less noticeable your gear, the safer you are. In a city, the best camouflage is to look like you belong. The great outdoors offers countless opportunities to hide your gear in plain sight. Nature, in all its vastness and diversity, provides a myriad of hiding places for your survival gear. Let's delve into some strategies for concealing your essentials in natural settings. Firstly, consider using the landscape itself as your storage. Hollowed-out tree trunks, rock crevices, or beneath fallen leaves. Mother Nature offers built-in storage units that blend seamlessly with the environment. The key here is to choose locations that aren't obvious to the casual observer. Look for unusual features, like an oddly shaped rock or a tree that's slightly different from its neighbors. These are spots that can serve as landmarks for you, but won't attract the attention of anyone else. Next, consider burying your gear. This is a time-tested method used by everyone from pirates to preppers. A waterproof container, a shovel, and a good hiding spot are all you need. But remember, the goal here isn't just to hide your gear, but also to be able to find it again. Marking the spot is crucial, but be discreet. Use natural markers like a distinctive tree or rock formation, rather than something man-made that could draw attention. Another option is to use camouflage bags or containers. These are designed to blend with the environment, whether it's forest green, desert tan, or snow white. The idea here isn't to make your gear invisible, but to make it unnoticeable. It's the difference between something that's hidden and something that's simply overlooked. Finally, let's talk about choosing discrete locations for wilderness survival caches. It's not just about hiding your gear, but also about strategic placement. Consider locations that are off the beaten path, but still accessible to you. Think about how you'll get to your cache in different scenarios, in the dark, in bad weather, or when you're in a hurry. The best cache location is one that balances concealment with accessibility. In the wilderness, the key to successful camouflage is to work with nature, not against it. Use the resources around you, and remember, the best hiding place is often in plain sight. Securing your hidden gear is important, but so is being able to access it when you need it. In the world of stealthy survival, it's a delicate dance between keeping your essentials secure and ensuring they're within reach when the going gets tough. Imagine this. You've done a stellar job camouflaging your gear. It's so well hidden even you can't find it. That's not quite the outcome we're aiming for, is it? So, how do we strike a balance? Think about accessibility. Your hiding spot should be one that you can reach without attracting attention or putting yourself in danger. It's like your secret stash of cookies. It's hidden from everyone else, but you can always find it even in the dark. Now let's talk about security. This isn't just about preventing theft, it's also about protecting your gear from environmental damages like water, heat, or pests. For instance, if you're hiding supplies in an outdoor cache, consider using waterproof containers or burying them to protect against the elements. Additionally, safety is paramount when hiding survival gear. You wouldn't want to store your gear somewhere that could potentially harm you or others, right? So avoid spots near hazardous materials or unstable structures. If you're setting up traps or alarms, ensure they're designed to deter intruders, not cause serious harm. But what about when the time comes to retrieve your gear? You should have a plan in place. Know your escape routes, understand how to disarm any security measures you've set up, and have a contingency plan in case you're interrupted. Remember, the goal is not to build an impregnable fortress, but to create a cloak of invisibility around your supplies. It's about being a ghost, a phantom. It's about blending so seamlessly into your surroundings that you become invisible to prying eyes. Camouflaging your gear is not just about hiding it, but also about making sure it's there when you need it most. So as you master the art of stealthy survival, keep these considerations in mind. They could mean the difference between a close call and a disaster averted.